Well, it is Friday night, and I am happily home after being out at parades with my son. Um, I have some upper respiratory stuff happening right now, which might be obvious from looking at me. I am drinking hot tea with a tiny bit of whiskey in it, which makes me feel good when I feel like this. So I think I'm either getting a cold or maybe just all the bike riding in the very cold weather tonight has gotten me a little bit messed up. But regardless, um, I am happy. I love it when I can actually say those words. There was such a long period of time for me where it was so hard and few and far between when I could say those three words so consistently. But I know that in the last week I had a hard day, I had a down day. They come, they do, but it's super important for each one of us. Everybody I work with, in my office, and certainly for me, I say when I am having a good day, or I'm feeling happy, or I feel productive, anything that I would label as a good feeling, it's super important to note that because a lot of us are really hard on ourselves and we're really, quick to note when we've done something wrong or when we're not happy with what we've done or we're dissatisfied or we haven't done blank enough, whatever. You know, we're good at criticizing ourselves, but when we're happy or when we feel good, it's important to note those little successes because they kind of have the tendency to fill our cup just a little bit. Our cup gets empty, our emotional cup, our spiritual cup gets empty if we work too hard and we're too hard on ourselves and we're not resting and we're taking care of everybody else and not taking care of ourselves. So every time we feel good or we've had a successful day, we need to acknowledge it so that we can fill our cup just a little bit more um, and get some more balance. So to me, that's kind of where I am right now. I had what I would say was not the most focused day today. Just kind of maybe not the most productive day I've ever had. But my son had a great play date. I, did some things at home that felt kind of reinforcing for me. And as I mentioned, my son and I got on our bikes in the sunny afternoon and rode into the parades and had a lot of fun together. We saw some friends and spent time with them. And then we rode a little farther down the line. We kind of left the parades a little early and went and had a nice dinner together. And I've mentioned before that this month and the last month, money has been really tight in my world for a number of factors. And so I'm really grateful. So I'm happy and I'm grateful today. I'm grateful that I had just enough money, to take my son to a nice dinner. And we really had a great time. And then we rode our bikes home. And we stopped on the way home. We happened to pass one of the homes that my son's dad and I lived in when he was a baby. And I consider that kind of one of our happiest times together as a family. And it was really nice to just stop our bikes and show that to my son and say, look at that place up there. You see that beautiful apartment? We lived there when you were a baby. And we had just some really happy times there. And it was sweet. And then we kept riding and just had a lovely time together. So I feel grateful and I feel happy tonight. Tomorrow's going to be quite a day. I have been spending time putting my costume together because I'm going to a big costume ball tomorrow night. I'm getting ready for Mardi Gras Day, which is another costuming day. So I just feel, happy and I'm hoping that I get a good night's sleep tonight. And actually, I'm going to take a bath and write in my journal tonight. And my mind-body practice tonight is going to be talking about gratitude because I have, every now and then I will actually open my journals and read them And it is nice to see when I have a page full of happy thoughts and good thoughts and grateful thoughts. So tonight I'm going to write in my journal. I will make a little list of maybe 4 or 5 things right now that I'm grateful for, but I'm also going to just do a 10-minute writing, kind of unscripted writing about why I'm happy right now. What is it that I feel happy about right in this moment? That is a good practice to do. And so anybody who might watch this, gratitude writing is super powerful, but also just doing unscripted. There's a book called The Artist's Way that talks about a practice called the morning pages, which is designed to spark creativity. And it is an exercise in which a person is directed to wake up in the morning and without doing anything else, sit for, depending on how you practice it, 5 or 10 minutes, and just do nothing but write. Whatever comes to mind, unscripted, just kind of stream of consciousness writing. And that proponent of that practice suggests that that really taps into creativity that can be used in all kinds of creative endeavors, not necessarily writing, but the act of actually doing that and just letting your brain just flow and write, even if you're writing something that's kind of nonsensical, is a good practice. And so similarly to that, just 5 or 10 minutes of unscripted writing about how a person is feeling can be very helpful. And it's good to have an endpoint to that, because sometimes those dark feelings, if you're writing about something negative, it can actually start to kind of reinforce that. So to have an endpoint to that writing exercise is good for those times when you're not feeling so great. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. And just putting my hand with a pen and writing about gratitude and writing about why I'm happy in an unscripted manner is good mind body work. So that's what I'm going to do. And the song that comes to mind for me that I'm going to add to my playlist is one of my favorite songs by, again, kind of old school, by a band called Belle and Sebastian, and it's called Another Sunny Day, and it's one of my favorite upbeat songs that just feels like a little life celebration, and I just think it's a sweet song. And today was a sunny, beautiful, crisp winter day, and I'm happy about that. And so I'm going to put that on my playlist to just make a note of that in that little way.